One thing I'd really like to say while I'm pissed off and watching tons of people in Gaza get injured, hungry, and displaced for the umpteenth time is the point that unless you're a Palestinian in Gaza, none of this is happening to you. The problem we have in the West is that we're brainwashed into navel gazing. We fancy ourselves heroes of the world. We are the main characters in the movie that we've made up. And as the world burns around us, we have the camera pointed at ourselves, delusionally talking about self-care, as if that hasn't been the problem all along. I know that we have feelings and empathy, and we have different connections and emotions, and of course all grief is valid. I know that Palestinians appreciate what people have learned and how they've opened their hearts, and what changes have happened in the West regarding their oppressive occupiers. But recently, I feel compelled to call my community in. We have not helped stop this genocide. I am simply witnessing people getting their own lives absolutely ruined. People who are unable to actively think in the future tense or see the use in thinking about tomorrow. They're losing people they're in love with, or who they admired, or who they gave birth to, and who they should have years longer with. But we in the West can't fathom such a tragedy, because to do so would reveal that we're the brainwashed workers whose job it is to steal the world to feed a narrative that we deserve everything. Let's face it, we can't help but make a genocide obliterating one of the most ancient people in the world about ourselves. Everything has been written as a movie starring us. Palestine isn't a story of our victimhood. It's a story about our complicity. People dying in mass is not an opening to debut your own Western-centric healing journey, or a discovery of some new version of ourselves. Gaza has nothing to do with you at all. Palestinians in Gaza have been forced into a spiritual awareness, and God knows they all know what we're doing when we use their plight for our own bullshit. It's quite obvious whose quote-unquote pain is just a way to do business. We've centered ourselves so much, there's no room left for anyone else. As long as we focus on ourselves and how we can have more in life, we aren't capable of helping anyone who we're stealing that more from. Whether that is our own unhoused community in the United States, or the displaced genocided people in Gaza, running from what our tax dollars pay for. Helping does not look like parties or cafes or social media posts. It's not protests during weekends when you get permission from the county. Acknowledging evil doesn't stop evil. Stopping the evil emanating from your selfish choices is how you stop evil. If I'm good for one thing, it's telling you that we need to do more and we need to do it now. Ask yourself when the last time you had a conversation with a Palestinian in Gaza was. And then ask yourself if you've realized that the physical occupation, starvation, and murder of Palestinians isn't just proof that we in the West have already been psychologically occupied with consuming so much we never feel any satisfaction, that we're already starved of the ability to find contentment in one another, and that our future is already being murdered from the greedy, who have trained most of us to normalize this hell on earth just so that they can live in mansions and fly in jets and convince us that their wealth keeps us safe. And then finally, ask yourself if you've done everything you can to liberate yourself from this reality. Because before we go and try to liberate Palestinians who are tortured, we must understand that the extreme consumerist culture we indulge in every single day is the torturer, causing all of this to begin with.